Hey, it's Tim Fraticelli here with PT Progress, and in today's video, I'm going to show you 3 moves you can do to fix your forward head posture for good. And be sure to stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you the one trick that I share with my patients and use myself to automatically fix that slumped posture. Let's take a look. Okay, this first exercise addresses one of the biggest contributors to forward head posture, and that's our tendency to reach forward with our arms and our head and bring our bodies towards the items in front of us, like our computers and workstations. So to reverse this, we need to bring our shoulders back, which is a motion called scapular retraction. But before you start squeezing your shoulder blades together like a crazy bird flapping its wings, I want you to really think about what you're doing here and which muscles you're engaging, because if you don't do this correctly, you might actually be worsening the problem. So here's the exercise. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, but avoid going 100% of the way back. The goal here is to engage a natural lift of the shoulders and chest without overextending, which could result in some of the bigger muscles like the upper trapezius muscle of the neck, which is often a culprit when it comes to tension headaches or neck pain. I have 2 versions of this exercise that I show my patients. The first one is to simply squeeze your shoulder blades together 20 times every hour or so. If you do this just once a day, it's not going to change anything. So set a timer and do this every hour on top of the hour throughout your workday if you want to see a change. And if you're able to progress with this, I recommend combining this movement with some external rotation of the shoulders. I'm using some of those famous resistance bands by my buddies Bob and Brad, but you can use a towel or any resistance band to help strengthen the scapular stabilizers, which will help to bring you out of that rounded shoulder position. As a strengthening exercise, try to perform 3 sets of 20 repetitions each day. And remember, none of these movements should feel painful. It's good to feel a stretch along the chest, but no sharp pains in the neck or the shoulders. And if you need a little bit more support or a cue to make sure that you're doing this correctly, stand up against a wall and use that as a guide to keep yourself standing upright. The second easy movement is a stretch for the neck, targeting a key muscle that becomes very tight in this forward head posture, the sternocleidomastoid muscle, or the SCM for short. By the way, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. We post practical videos here about physical therapy, career, treatment, and product reviews to relieve your aches and pains. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and let me know if you're finding this video helpful by giving it a like below. The SCM stretch is a very easy stretch to mix into your day and to perform right at your desk. To perform the stretch, sit upright and place your hand on the opposite collarbone. Slowly tilt your head away from your hand and look upwards towards the ceiling until you feel a gentle stretch along the side of your neck. Hold that for 20 to 30 seconds and repeat 3 to 4 times, making sure to do this on both sides of your neck. Another group of muscles that run close to the SCM are the scalenes, and it's really easy to target the anterior, middle, and posterior scalenes as well. These movements are very similar, but if we do them right, we can target 4 different muscles with a very small change. To stretch your scalenes, place one hand behind your back or sit on your hand so that you stabilize your shoulder. Laterally tilt your head to bring your ear towards your shoulder opposite of the stabilized arm. Hold this for 20 to 30 seconds to target the middle scalene. You can also stretch the anterior scalene by bringing your head to the side and looking upward, or target the posterior scalene by looking downward. All 3 directions are good to perform with this stretch and can be easily done at your desk along with the SCM stretch. Now for the third movement to fix your forward head and rounded shoulders, chin tucks. I'm going to give you 3 variations of the chin tuck, and then I'm going to show you the best trick that I have for automatically correcting your posture. Now the reason we want to do a chin tuck is because it helps to strengthen the intrinsic muscles that support our head. Without the support of these tiny muscles, the larger neck muscles overpower the head and can lead to that forward head posture. The first way to do a chin tuck is to perform it while sitting or standing. Gently bring your chin down towards your chest while maintaining an upright posture. You're doing this correctly if you're giving yourself a double chin and also feel a slight pulling along the back of your neck. That's because not only does this exercise engage the intrinsic neck stabilizer muscles like the longus capitis and the longus colli muscles, but it also gives you an active stretch along the occipitalis muscle just at the base of the skull. To increase this stretch, you can apply a gentle pressure with your fingers at your chin and even add a light upward pressure along your neck to the base of your skull. You can also perform the chin tuck in supine or by lying on your back and tucking your chin down, but be sure not to lift your head off the ground because you could be activating other muscles that make your forward head posture even worse. If you want, you could add a little overpressure or stretch to the back of the neck as long as it's not painful. The third way I like to work on chin tucks is by performing them in a quadruped position or in a modified quadruped position with your arms on a countertop. Here you can perform a chin tuck, holding a stretch at the bottom and slowly returning your head to neutral. It can be helpful to imagine spinning your head along a rod as you work this movement about 20 times. Alright, so the absolute most practical way for fixing your forward head is to reinforce your upright posture at work or at home or even in the car, because it's so easy to slouch in the car, for example, which can force your head forward without you even realizing it. The best trick for this is to sit up tall before you even start driving and to set your mirrors while maintaining your upright, tall posture. This works because every time you glance at that mirror while you're driving, you'll have a simple cue to sit up tall because the mirrors are positioned to force you to keep an upright posture. You can work this trick into other aspects of your job as well by making sure that your workstation enforces a tall and upright posture, and by bringing items up to your head level, not by bringing your head down towards your phone or your laptop. Let me know how the stretches and exercises feel by leaving a comment below with any questions you have, and if you found this video to be helpful, please consider subscribing and give this video a little physical therapy itself by hitting that like button as well. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.